The views and opinions expressed on this program do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of 580 WCHS, its employees, or WVRC Media. From the studios of WVRC Media, the country, the United States of America, the state, West Virginia, the city, Charleston. This is the Dave Allen Show on 580 Live. And your host.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
He's kind of a big deal.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum.
Dave Allen.
Hey, folks, say good morning to you, and welcome to the show. It's 9:07 on a Wednesday morning. I've only been doing this show for 5 years. I forgot to push a button in here. That's on me. It's a big, giant on button, I guess, is what kind of threw me off. Biggly, Piggly, Wiggly, hotline 304-345-5858. Tony the Tailor, text 304-935-5008. We're in the Jared Construction Studios, right on time, right on budget. Visit jared-construction.com. Phone calls to the show. A service of Biggly, Piggly, Wiggly, Spring Street, Charleston. Texting services provided by Tony the Tailor on Virginia Street. Tony's actually going to join us in studio coming up a little bit later on. Of course, his Thanksgiving hours today. He'll be open till 2. He's closed tomorrow and on Black Friday. Of course, we want to encourage everybody to come down for Holly Jolly Brawley and City Center on Friday. And Tony's going to be open on Saturday for Small Business Saturday. We're going to talk about that with Tony coming up a little bit later on in the show. And for more, you can check out Tony's Facebook page or visit bestmastertailor.com. Stephanie Pauly is our producer today, this day before Thanksgiving. Coming up, a new director of Capital Market. His name is Chuck McGill. And if that name sounds familiar, it should. He's been a longtime sports writer here in the area. Now he's a new director of the market. We'll talk to him a little bit later on. And as I said, Tony the Tailor is going to stop by, too. And your phone calls and texts are always welcome. Biggly, Piggly, Wiggly, hotline 304-345-5858. Tony the Tailor, text 304-935-5008. I want to tell you about a musical event happening at West Virginia State University January the 30th at the Wilson Student Union. It's going to start at about 6. Here to talk about it, we've got Madeline. Is that, did I pronounce that right? Madeline? Say, okay, you're on radio, so you have to say something, okay?
Yes.
Okay. You got Madeline, and we also have Kylie.
Yes.
And we have Tabby.
Yeah.
Tabby. All right. So first of all, let everybody to get to know you. Introduce yourselves. Tell us what you're studying at West Virginia State. How'd you get into this whole thing? Anybody can start. Go ahead. I think they're electing you, so go ahead.
I'm Madeline Bailey. I am a double major. I do music performance and communications with an emphasis in PR.
Okay.
So I started playing the flute when I was 10, and I've kept with it ever since. And I chose communications and public relations because I enjoyed that aspect of it when I was in high school. Mm-hmm. And I just thought that planning this gala for the orchestra would kind of combine the two. So the three of us thought it would be a good idea, and we kind of stuck with it ever since.
And that's one of the reasons why you're here, because you folks reached out to me because you want to get into the whole PR thing. And by the way, just I didn't plan this. I'm actually drinking out of my West Virginia State coffee mug today. Courtesy, this is my good friend Eric Cage, the president out there. When he was on the show one day, I was drinking out of a Marshall coffee mug, and because I'm hold on now. I went to Marshall, okay, and so I was drinking out, and he said, you need a West Virginia State coffee mug. And the next time he came in, lo and behold, he comes in and he hands me a West Virginia State coffee mug.
He's fun to talk to.
Yeah, so he brought gifts. I don't. You guys didn't bring anything, right?
My bad. I brought my presents.
Okay. your presents, not with a T, right? All right.
Yeah.
All right, you're cut off. You're not going back on again. Okay. But the reason I wanted to bring up the PR aspect of it, because of part of what you're doing is you need to get the word out. So you folks contacted me and said we'd like to come on and talk about this big event. So talk about and I'll get to the other two. I was just kidding in a minute. Talk about your musical experience. You started playing the flute at what age?
I started playing the flute at 10.
Okay.
I was blessed because my parents let me have private lessons growing up, and I always just thought the flute was a very cool instrument.
I was going to say, what was it about the flute that?
I don't know. I always loved it. I always heard it in movies and things, and you always saw people playing the flute the wrong way, usually in movies, and so I learned to play it the right way.
They always do in movies, whether it's no matter what the instrument is, guitar or whatever. My dad was a pretty good guitarist, and it would kill him watching movies when people were playing guitar, and they never moved their hands. They just, especially on the neck of the guitar, like, no, stop that. So, all right, now introduce yourself.
Well, my name's Kylie Hanna, and I am a little bit of an underachiever, so I'm just a communications major. But I have been involved with music my entire life. I've been singing for as long as I can remember. I play a little guitar, not anything to shake a stick at, but I am a part of our school's jazz band, and our jazz band's going to be performing at our gala, and it's just a really, really amazing band. I mean, Scott Woodard puts it together, and he absolutely rocks it. I mean, we have people who are students, we have community members, we have professionals, all in this band, just like the orchestra. Mm-hmm. And it's just really an amazing opportunity for people to grow, to learn, to have fun, let loose a little bit. And it's just a really cool environment, and I've enjoyed getting to be a part of it. So I just decided in my free time I was going to be a part of something musical on campus, and that was that. And I've been best friends with Maddie since high school, so...
Where'd you guys go to high school?
We were both homeschooled, actually.
Oh, homeschool, okay. All right,
yeah,
cool.
yeah, but we don't have the same mom.
I was going to say, so you went to the same room in the same house? Or what?
No, we did the same curriculum.
I got you.
But yeah, I love PR, and so I've really, really enjoyed getting to put the gala on and do a lot of the social media. We have, we're posting currently on 2 social media sites, Facebook and Instagram. And we just are really enjoying getting to put all of it together. We've been filming interviews with all of the orchestra members, cool. And it's just been awesome.
All right. And you said you were a singer. What's your favorite genre? What do you sing?
I mean, I'm a little biased, but jazz.
Okay. That's all right. Nothing wrong with that.
Absolutely. I definitely love anything Ella Fitzgerald, anything Nat King Cole.
The classics.
Yes,
100% the classic. I just got into jazz a couple of years ago. I'm a person that loves music of all kinds, and I just got into jazz a couple of years ago. And my favorite is not any of those. John Coltrane. I'm a huge Coltrane fan. I love Coltrane. All right. And you are?
I'm Tabby.
All right, Tabby. And tell us about you.
I'm a music performance major and a communications minor.
Okay.
I play the trumpet. I started playing the trumpet when I was in 4th grade. And I've always loved music. So getting to put on an event like this and be in college for music, it's been really fun, and it's been a really good experience. And I'm excited for this gala. It's going to be fun.
All right. And I will say something about this, about the communications program. And all of the curriculum, at State is amazing, but the communications program is really good. And we've had a lot of folks that have come through here that were part of that program. Hollywood Jeff Petty, who produced this show for many years. You guys know Jeff?
Oh, okay. Yeah, we know Jeff.
Well,
Petty.
Jeff, of course, he works on our sister stations, 98.7 The Mountain, and also KWS on the weekends. And Jeff and I have known each other for a number of years. I hope he's not listening right now, because I'm going to give him a compliment. Jeff's a class act. He's a good dude. I'm lucky to have him as a friend and as a coworker too. But don't ever tell him I said that. Okay. All right, all right, let's talk about the event. It's January the what?
30th.
January 30th. All right, and what are people, if they come out for, what are they going to hear? What are they going to experience that night?
So we are having a bunch of things. We're having live music by the jazz band. You'll hear her sing. She's very modest, but she has a gorgeous voice, and she's not trained. She's got a gorgeous voice, so You'll hear her sing. We have a bunch of people singing. Our jazz band is incredible. We're going to have some orchestra groups perform. This is in celebration of the 10 years of the orchestra, so we're wanting to honor all the hard work that people have put in. We're going to have food for everybody and a silent auction, and we're going to have live dancing and live music, and we'll have some recorded music too. And we'll have a silent auction for people with a bunch of fun things. We can't let people know what it is yet,
that's
but
part of the fun.
Yeah, we'll have a little surprise for some people when they get there. And we just want to have a good time with people.
And it says it's a masquerade ball, right?
Yes.
So are we doing the whole honor with
whole
the mask?
So you can't come in unless you have a mask.
Okay.
Yes,
and where does one get a mask like that?
Well, Amazon. You can get a mask on Amazon for like $5.
Okay.
I don't care what kind of mask you show up in.
But you're going to be hardcore about it, right?
Oh,
you're not going to let them in without one.
We're going to have a photo booth, like a genuine red carpet, so that people can take photos. It's not going to be in vain. So, show up looking absolutely stellar, because your photo is going to be taken.
Whether you want it or not, right?
Yeah,
so that's
pretty
what you're saying. Where can people get tickets?
Online. So we have links that are being posted on all of the social medias. We have invites being sent out on Facebook. You can register online, RSVP. So yeah.
We have an event on Facebook it's combined with the WVSU Music on Facebook and the West Virginia State Orchestra on Facebook, and then the link is online through the West Virginia State Foundation. And
Okay. All right.
It's listed as the name of the event.
All right. Hang out with me 1 second. I got to take care of a little business here. The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live is brought to you in part by Rich the Realtor and Meeks Realtor Group. Check out this beautiful home in one of Winfield's most desirable neighborhoods. Just moments away from award-winning schools, you're going to find modern updates, an open floor plan, and a large, stylish kitchen. Perfect for cooking and gathering. The spacious primary suite includes a walk-in closet and an updated bath. The outside offers space, great for play. Pets, relaxing, whatever you want to do out there. It's move-in ready, too, and full of comfort. Contact Rich, 304-932-7488, or Rich Klein, 66. That's Klein with a K at gmail.com. You know, part of the show that we do, ladies, is we get text to the show, and I'm going to read a text that somebody texted, okay? Sure. It says, kids really should get into music and marching band. Those were the best times I had in junior high and high school. Football games, concerts, parades, field show competitions. They would be surprised at how many of their favorite celebs were band geeks, including our own Jennifer Garner, who played saxophone in the GW Patriots marching band, and she still plays.
Absolutely. I totally agree. I think that marching band is a really, really cool thing. Ours is kind of small, but we lead it with pride, and we really, really show up for our football games. We have a pep band going on for basketball games. I think that's getting started. So we have a relatively small school, and with that comes sometimes not a whole lot of interest in certain aspects because people just don't know that it's going on. And so I think that's why as communication majors, we tend to feel a little like, oh, but there's so many things going on. How do people not know about this? And so we try to create that movement in the student body so that people know that these things are going on. Because a lot of people, they just don't understand that we've got a jazz band, we have a pep band, we have a marching band, we have an orchestra. We had a show band there for a little bit, and I was a part of that as well. And the only difference between jazz band and show band was that show band had a real tall black dude in front of it. And his name is Phil Washington, and he has swag for days.
Everybody knows Phil.
Yes.
You know, and if you don't know who Phil Washington is, he's the guy that you see him on TV doing the lottery numbers all the time, and he's very, very accomplished. What do you guys hope to do? I'm going to ask a little personal question here for all three. What do you hope to do after graduation? We'll start with you. Do you know what you want to do after graduation?
I'd like to go into music marketing.
Okay. All right. What about you?
Honestly, I want to dabble in just about anything I can get my hands in that's communications related. So I really love broadcasting.
Okay.
Really love
I'm taking notes here, by the way, just so you know, because we're always looking for people here.
Feel free. I'm a senior.
All right. Jeff Jenkins, if you're listening upstairs in the news department, come down and talk to this young lady, or talk to all three of them. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, you're fine. But broadcasting, radio, I genuinely really, really love anything PR related. So I think it would be so fun to project manage and to put my hands into something that I can really feel good about, and, you know, bigger causes and stuff like that. So
what about you?
I am on the same line as these two. I've looked into music marketing as well, but I love doing all of the aspects of communications.
Okay.
I work for sports information right now, and I'm learning broadcasting and how to do the audio and journalistic aspects of it.
Stephanie Pauly's our producer, and she can help with that too, just so you know.
Yeah, I enjoy all of it.
But she went to Marshall. Is that okay? Is that all right with you?
I guess.
All right. What are you going to do?
I'll let it slide.
All right. Again, I thought I turned your microphone off. All right. So appreciate all three of you being here. Give us the dates of the concert again. We'll have you on before then, but give us the dates of the big event again.
January 30th, 2026.
And tickets are available at on your social media.
Yeah.
Appreciate all three of you being here. Thanks a lot.
Absolutely. Thank you for having us.
And I'm serious. I think Jenkins is going to come down and talk to you three about hiring.
Fabulous.
So you may or not be at the concert. You may be working that night, just so you know.
Noted.
All right, guys. Hang out with me here just 1 second. The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live is brought to you in part by Pinnacle Consultants. Their services involve developing comprehensive management plans to outline strategies for controlling and minimizing asbestos exposure. Perfect for commercial property owners and managers. Check out pinnaclecorp.net. Speaking, if you'd like to come read this for me, you could. Visit pinnaclecorp.net because what you don't know can hurt you. We're going to take a break. When we come back, Tony the Tailor, stay away from him, by the way, on your way out of here. Stay away from Tony the Tailor. He is coming up next on the Voice of Charleston, WCHS.
Brought to you by the Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses. Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses live to make life better for you and your family.
He's Donald Trump's #1 enemy in Congress, Chicago politician Dick Durbin. Now, Durbin has a new scheme. He's doing the dirty work to benefit corporate megastores. Durbin's bill could cut corners on your credit card security, putting your personal data at risk. Big chain retailers and warehouse stores want to inflate their profits, and liberal Dick Durbin would help them do it. Tell senators, say no to the megastores and Dick Durbin. Paid for by the Electronic Payments Coalition.
This holiday season, Poca Valley is grateful for the trust you place in us. We appreciate your business and the relationships we've built together at each of our 8 locations. And we're growing with a new branch in downtown Charleston opening in the new year. It's all part of being there for you when and where you need us. This Christmas, take time to cherish moments with loved ones and remember the reason for the season. From all of us at Poca Valley, Merry Christmas.
At Toyota, supporting our nation's heroes isn't just a promise, it's a purpose. Through the Toyota Veterans Association, over 1,500 members nationwide provide mentorship, advocacy, and career pathways for veterans transitioning from service to success. Right here in West Virginia, Toyota proudly honors our fallen through the Gold Star Mother's Apple Orchard, a living memorial for reflection and remembrance. And our commitment continues, supporting local heroes, families, and foundations that make our communities stronger. Toyota, driven to serve those who served us.
Welcome back to the show. It's 9:24 of the Dave Allen Show on 580 Live, brought to you in part by your hometown baseball team, the Charleston Dirty Birds. Selango Law Light the night continuing over at Gomart Ballpark. They're doing it every night except Christmas night through January the 1st. Get your tickets in advance by visiting dblightthenight.com. Stephanie Pauly is our producer today. Biggly, Piggly, Wiggly hotline 304-345-5858. Tony the Tailor text 304-935-5008. Chuck McGill, the new director of capital markets, going to join us a little bit later on the show. Want to welcome in now our good friend Tony the Tailor. How you doing, man?
Good morning. Happy Thanksgiving, Dave.
Back that microphone down a little bit because a couple of those communications majors were a little soft speaking. We'll work on that, but not you.
Not me.
Not you.
Soft spoken. Yeah.
We heard you, coming up out of South Hills a minute ago. All right. So, Small Business Saturday, and listeners know my opinions on this. We should always shop small and locally when possible. But we'll get into that a little bit later on. Tony, you have been a big part of Small Business Saturday for some time. You were telling me a story on the phone yesterday about this.
Since 2010, we were the only store in West Virginia to participate in Small Business Saturday in its inaugural year of 2010. Mm-hmm. And then it slowly picked up, and then it's become a big thing like Black Friday. We don't participate in Black Friday. We give our employees that day off, give them a 2-day rest, because from Small Business Saturday until Christmas Eve, it's full throttle.
To let the Rolaids kick in on the day after. Well, and let's be honest. I mean, Black Friday is not the big deal that it used to be, like 20 years ago.
Right. There's no when I was Cabbage Patch Kids and all those different crazy toys that I bought when my kids were young.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there's nothing really like that. And there's no more. I mean, $100 television is like a normal price now.
Mm-hmm.
So
but
special.
But I just remember, what it used to be like. And I was always working, so I, doing the morning show. My Black Friday was me being on the air at 5:30 in the morning. But I can remember the news reports of how it used to be wild, and it's not that way anymore. But Small Business Saturday has just continued to get bigger and bigger. I had the mayor of Hurricane on the show on Monday, and Hurricane is a very, very small town. Okay, they go all out for it. I mean, you can't walk down the streets of Hurricane for their 8-9 businesses that they have, and of course Valley Park's got stuff going on, and throughout Taze Valley, I know South Charleston, St. Paul, everybody's got stuff going on.
It's a big deal, and it's the second largest volume day in the Christmas season. Mm-hmm. The biggest is always has been the Saturday before Christmas, no matter where it falls with Christmas. Sometimes it's Christmas Eve. Mm-hmm. That'd still be the biggest retail day in the Christmas season. Again, it's a short window this year. We only have 4 Saturdays to get it done this year, two years back to back. So retail sales will reflect that when they report them. Then sometimes we get 5 weeks, generally. Depends just when Thanksgiving falls.
And here's one of the knocks that I hear about Charleston. There's nowhere to shop. There's nowhere to
Those
eat.
are the people who never come to Charleston. They obviously don't. On my street, I'm on the corner of Hale and Virginia. If you walk 2 blocks north, every storefront is filled and full of great little shops and restaurants. Capitol Street is not a big retail center, but there's some great eateries there. And there's a couple of retail stores there. There are still a couple stores left in the mall here, but then also you go just right up the hill there, and you have Bridge Road shopping area. Great specialty stores up there. Fantastic. Just the way of retailing nowadays. There's a mixture of online, small shopping areas, and then larger retail areas like Southridge, which is huge. Everybody talks, the mall in Huntington. Well, the Huntington Mall wouldn't exist if it wasn't for the 5 times as many stores that are on out parcels and are surrounding it. It's just the way it is. People just don't shop in enclosed malls anymore. It's just this fact.
And the interesting thing about that to me, and again, we're talking to Tony the Tailor Paranzino about Small Business Saturday. The interesting thing about that is that, you and I are roughly the same. Well, okay, no, you're a lot older than me.
I'm a lot much older.
But we remember the heydays of the malls, and it doesn't have to be the town. So it could be any mall across America, and going to the mall. Fast Times at Ridgemont High,
right.
Which is the movie that changed my life, by the way.
I was Spicoli, actually.
Yeah, well, B.B. Kate's pool scene. That's all I got to say about that. It single-handedly propelled me into puberty. But I will say that the days of going, people still go to malls. Okay, they still do. However, the bigger we've gotten, the smaller we've gotten, because there's people that still love to go to these small shops, just like the ones you mentioned in Charleston. And you do incredible business down there, but you're still considered small business, obviously. But you're one, though, and there are several others that have kind of bridged that gap between, okay, you can still come in and just look around, but you also do things online. You also do things like you do trunk shows and things of that nature. So I think the successful business in 2025, Tony, about to be 2026, has got to kind of be a marriage of all of them.
Yeah, you have to be omni-channel. If you're in retail, no matter what size, from small to large, if you have no internet presence, you're not in business. We have a very robust online store and ship all over the country, 8 or 9 packages a day. We're one of the larger, probably single store online retailers in the country for men's clothing. I sold 3 Oxford suits online, shipped to Massachusetts. One went to Pennsylvania.
And these are people you need to realize, these are people that in many cases don't have any ties to this area. They're not from Charleston and said, well, I still want to shop with Tony or whatever. They're people that just did the Google machine search engine and found you. You know?
And what's amusing to me sometimes is I recognize some of the names I'm sending to. There'll be celebrities. There'll be business types.
You mean other than me?
Well, you walk in the store.
Okay, that's true. That's true.
With your entourage. But,
yeah.
But it's just fascinating to me. But that's the way it is, and it's fun, and it keeps us going. I mean, it really does. But again, it used to be more than our in-store business, and now our in-store business has surpassed. Because Charleston, again, people are coming here. We collect your data. I have people moving here all of the time, and these are the people you want moving here, professionals. And it's fantastic. And people can say no, but the housing situation reflects that. Mm-hmm. There's a shortage of housing. There's a reason there's a shortage of housing.
Yeah, and
people are moving here.
And it's not just Charleston. I mean, it goes on down through the valley. And,
the whole thing is Charleston.
Yeah.
People, this border thing, you're going to cross the border. I mean, Charleston has 48,000 people. Then you cross over the river and you got another 30,000 added to. Mm-hmm. Our trading area is about 650,000 people is our trading area, which is the Metro Valley and Logan. We go to Pikeville, and that's pretty much, if you're in retail, that's your trading area.
Right. We're talking to Tony the Tailor Paranzino about Small Business Saturday. The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live, brought to you in part by Live Healthy, West Virginia, presented by WVU Medicine, a podcast promoting healthier lifestyles. Check out the latest episodes, WVMetroNews.com, under the podcast menu. So what's Small Business Saturday look like for Tony the Tailor?
We have great promotions. Again, quarter zips are hot. That's the hot item. That's the Cabbage Patch Kid, apparently, of Christmas 2025.
But you're not going to get a kidney injured trying to find one.
Correct.
Is that what you're saying?
We're doing a buy one, get one free on all sweaters that day, in-store only on that. But we have outerwear at half price. We have great selection of shoes. We've got a special selection of Johnson & Murphy's that are $79.99 for a dress shoe if you need a nice tan or black dress shoe. Some other great deals going on. You can check our website at bestmastertailor.com for that. And then we're ready to go. Don't forget to come downtown for Holly Jolly Brawley on Friday. We have an art walk. We are not open for this, but so I can go out and actually enjoy it. Some great events. We have the holiday shopping village going on, Slack Plaza. And, don't forget to stop in my buddy at Sam's Uptown for a nice, great meal and a cocktail and walk around. POTA will be in effect, and it will be a great time.
And again, I had you on to talk about your business because you're, kind enough to sponsor this show. But I also wanted you to hit on the other businesses, which you've done, because it's not just the Tony the Tailor show. I mean, everybody else
is everybody's show.
Everybody's taking part. And again, that vibrant downtown. And I think people kind of, and Holly Jolly Brawley has been such a big part of that over the last, holiday season.
I have to tell you, Kevin Madison and Morgan Morrison, they work their tails off year round for this event. And every year they make it better and better and better. And I'm pumped for the drone show. The last year was good. This year it's going to be spectacular.
Yeah, yeah. We had a text here for you that says, how do you know measurements are accurate if you're going by what someone posts on an online order?
Well, most things we sell online are belts, shoes, sportswear. Very rarely we get things that we don't do anything custom made online except for belts. We have custom belts online, and we call them, and that's the way it is. Or I will go visit them. We don't really sell custom shirts online or anything. It's impossible to do accurately.
Mm-hmm. Well, the great thing I think about your store is people can go in there and they can shop and not. You guys are experts. You and Ryan, you do a great job, and you go in and okay, I got a formal event coming up. Help me. I know I've hung out at your store enough to know that you get a lot of that. People coming in, or somebody bringing a kid in for a Christmas formal or something like that, and they don't know what they don't know, as they say.
Don't. And even weddings. We do 3 or 4 weddings a weekend. Which is a huge business. We're probably the largest tuxedo rental place in the thing. Well, we're cheaper than everybody else, and we do it better than everybody else. So it's just fun. But we interview you first. We just don't give you something. We want to make sure you look good and feel good when you leave and at your event. That's important.
Yeah,
look good and feel good.
Now you're a Charleston guy. I mean, born and bred, and like what I always say about you're born and bred. When you die, you'll be Charleston dead. But talk about people always want to look back on any town, Tony, and they all want to say, well, I remember how it used to be. And that's okay. People have a tendency to look back through rose-colored glasses sometimes, and it's not always it's like with music, the music of the 80s was the best of all. Yeah, it really was. Really was. I mean, but we look about it and, but talk about what it was like. And there's still a lot of positive things going on, but talk about growing up in Charleston, East End kid, and what Charleston was like. And my point is not to say it was better then than it is now. I'm just saying it's just different.
It's just different. It's just the way it is. I mean, again, and my dad started the store in 1974, and I had to go to work. I was 9 years old, and downtown was thriving. It was busy, and that's where everything was. And it's like every downtown in America was like that. And then the mall was built, and Charleston was kind of on the forefront of building a mall downtown rather than out in the outskirts, which sucked life out of downtown. Well, this mall did suck the life out of downtown, just 4 or 5 blocks away. However, we stayed downtown because we're a downtown store. Men don't go to shopping malls, and we thrived and grew and grew and grew. And then investment came downtown. Professionals are buying these buildings, rehabbing them, which puts people down there. And then what happens? Restaurants open up and service stores open up, and it's just a part of retailing. Then malls started to decline in the late 90s. It's just the reality of it all over America, not just in Charleston. And then strip shopping centers started opening up on the outskirts. If you go to Columbus, everybody, I got to go to East End and go to Columbus. That's not an indoor mall. It's an outdoor mall. And the people who owned the town center, when they sold their portfolio, except for the town center because it was heavily in debt, the group of the Australian big mall group, every mall they bought, of the 25 malls, of 24 they bought, they tore them all down and turned them into outdoor shopping, mini downtowns, basically. And that's just the way it is. It's all over the country. The internet really, might have hurt malls a little bit. However, what we see now is people will shop on our store locally on the internet and then come and pick it up in the store and then augment their purchase. And a lot of larger retailers are seeing that if you're paying attention and reading, like the Wall Street Journal about retailing and things.
Well, and you're a person that is never shy to give opinions, so I'm gonna ask you your opinion of the town center,
the current state of the
town center. Yeah.
It is sad to me. The only way it will ever work, it just needs to be leveled and rebuilt into an entertainment and arts district. You're right beside a $100 million facility. You need restaurants. You need entertainment-style stores. That's the only way it'll work. People who want to buy and have all these ideas, they're just clueless to retail. They have zero idea what they're doing or thinking about. I like people who think about it, but, again, their ideas are just shot.
Well, I mean, it was originally, and this has gone back and forth, and we've had Commissioner Salango and the mayor and others on to talk about this, that originally we talked about taking the town center and, making it into an aquatic center, and then the funding, kind of went away, and that's something's still going to happen there. But you got to understand that mall is owned by a private company as it stands right now, and that private company, as long as they're paying their taxes and as long as there's not any major issues there, not really a lot people can do. I don't understand their business model. They've done this in other places. The whole group has purchased malls and let them and just let them decline. That's what they do for tax reasons, I suppose. I don't know. And I say that to say I agree with you 100%. I am a supporter of something for that mall that's not, and these people that say, Tony, well, if we just put a blank in there, it was Dave & Buster's, right. God bless one of my former producers. If they just put a Dave & Buster's, they'd save them all. If we just put a, whatever. No, one store is not going to save them all. It's not about, it needs to be an entire entertainment complex because
it needs to be leveled.
Literally leveled. But when you have these people that come in for these big events, like out at Shawnee and whatever, they may play a game at 6 o'clock on a Friday night and not play another one till 1 o'clock on Sunday. Well, what are they going to do? They're not going to sit in a hotel room. They got to have something.
They come down to Tony the Tailor. We do. We get tons of direct business from these soccer tournaments and softball tournaments and these large youth sports. If I may talk about the sports complex real quick, we're just waiting on a federal funding. We are waiting. Shelley Moore and at the time Senator Manchin, we have an earmark, and these guys in Washington can't get their stuff together and to get a budget done. And when it's done, the earmark will pop up, and we will get it, and then we can finish. We've done our part. The city of Charleston and the county has done their part, and we're just waiting for your Congress people who are dooless to do their part. And then it will move forward. These things just aren't built overnight. And the aquatic center, there's a reason they're all nonprofit, because they are abhorribly expensive and the maintenance on them is out of control.
I can see that. Yeah.
And every private one has obviously, just do a little reading and research. There's money pits because, again, they're dealing with water. Mm-hmm. I think it'd be great, but who's going to pay for it? Are you willing to pay more taxes to have that?
Okay.
And nobody is. They're not.
He's never shy with opinions. It's one of the reasons why you and I get along so well, I think. All right, tell us, let's recap the Small Business Saturday. Again, your business is going to be closed tomorrow and Friday. You'll open up on Saturday, but there's a lot of activities going on downtown. Just final 45 seconds.
Final 45 seconds. We have Black Friday Art Walk downtown, Holly Jolly Brawley. Saturday, Small Business Saturday. We open at 10, close at 5, which are a long day. Come down, free parking in all the garages and all the meters on Saturday. Also, I want to mention we're having an Alan Edmonds and a Brax Trunk Show on December 4th, a week from Thursday. It's a huge event, great deals, and I appreciate you having me on here, Dave.
So what you're saying is you're going to suck more of my money out of my pocket, right?
Actually, stop by payroll and there's $40 in your check to me.
Well,
next pay period.
All right, I appreciate it. A text says, wait, you both said people are coming here to shop, but we can't support them all.
Correct, because specialty stores don't locate in malls. That's right. They're down shopping.
But your business is good.
It's huge. It grows every year. Grows every year. We're the largest men's clothing store in a 200-mile radius.
Mm-hmm. Okay. have you back on again soon. You behaved yourself.
Appreciate it. I did no delay on.
It's on. It's on. I told you this morning we started that delay at 8:30 this morning to get ready for Tony the Tailor. Tony the Tailor is here, and again, Small Business Saturday. Whether it's in Charleston, whether it's in South Charleston, Hurricane, or support them all. Go out there. Shop small. All right. The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live is brought to you in part by the all-new Generations Ford of Hurricane, your family and locally owned Ford dealership. Generations providing their customers with X-Plan discount pricing in the purchase of select new Ford vehicles. You pay what Ford suppliers pay. They're also offering 0% financing for new Fords. Check them out today off the Hurricane Exit or online, generationsford.com. One destination for every generationsford.com. New director of capital market. His name is Chuck McGill, and he is in the building. And we'll talk to Chuck when we come back on the Voice of Charleston, WCHS.
Brought to you by the Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses. Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses want to thank you for supporting local small businesses.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Have you been injured in a trucking incident? Call today, Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Office 222 Capitol Street, Charleston. Cases will be handled by West Virginia licensed attorneys. The attorney in this ad is not licensed in West Virginia. ForThePeople.com.
As you shop for others, 4th Avenue Financial invites you to give yourself the gift of professional financial planning. What better way to start the new year than consolidating old 401ks, examining your current investments, and preparing for retirement? Call me, John Burdett, at 304-746-7977 or contact us at 4thavenuefinancial.com.
Securities offered through JW Co Financial Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC. Advisory services offered through JW Co Advisors Incorporated, JW Co Financial, JW Co Advisors, and 4th Avenue Financial are unaffiliated entities.
My name's Chris Miller. I'm president of Dutch Miller Automotive. Jarrett Construction completely renovated and helped redesign Dutch Miller Kia in South Charleston. The fit and the finish and the quality of the project is exceptional. He has an attention to detail and an eye for that kind of stuff. You always want to give your best to your customer. It's just as important to him as it is to you. If you're ever looking to build anything, I'd call Jarrett Construction because you know exactly you're going to get something excellent every single time.
Call on Jarrett Construction.
Dave Allen here for the all-new Generations Ford of Hurricane. With construction underway and the new Fords hitting the lot each day, we're providing our customers with X-Plan discount pricing on the purchase of select new Ford vehicles. This means you pay what Ford suppliers pay. On top of these market-only discounts, we're also offering 0% financing for new Fords. Visit us today off the Hurricane Exit or online at generationsford.com. One destination for every generation, Generations Ford.
One destination for every generation, Generations Ford.
Your words can make a difference. Call 304-935-5008 and leave a message of gratitude for a veteran or write one online at WCHSnetwork.com. A salute to veterans from 580 WCHS and Toyota Motor Manufacturing, West Virginia.
Welcome back to the show. 15 minutes away from 10. Text says Easton does have an indoor section. That's right, they do, and we appreciate that. Tony was talking about Easton up in Columbus, that there is a indoor section, but the majority of it is outdoors, I would think. Text says, as a business owner, don't get political. You saw what going one way did to Budweiser a few years ago. Keep your political views to yourself. Well, appreciate the text. No, Tony does too, but you just don't know Tony the Tailor. And I say that in the best possible way. Didn't the public vote on an aquatic center, put that in the mall like promised? Well, no, they did not. Text says, how many other men's stores are in 200 miles of Charleston and large in terms of sales, square footage, spirit, opinion? Well, let's see. I'm going to say within 200 miles of Charleston, I can name off the top of my head at least 15. At least 15. I'm saying off the top of my head, at least 15. I know Tony's got a list because, he does things like that. So we'll try to get you about 15, I would say. But Dave Allen, that's just and if I'm wrong, I know you're listening, you can text me. The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live, brought to you by Hudson's Pizza. This month, get a large 18-inch pepperoni pizza and an 8-inch chocolate chip cookie, only $23.99. Check out your nearest Hudson's for delivery, dine-in, or pick up at Hudson'sPizza.com. There is a new Director of Capital Markets. Chuck McGill is his name, and he joins us right now. Good morning, sir. Welcome to the show.
Good morning.
Your name's certainly familiar to those of us around here, but give those who may not know who you are, give us your background.
Sure. Born and raised in Charleston. Grew up, I guess, the first in South Charleston, then the west side, and then I'm in Eastern Kanawha County product, Roots last class of DuPont High School. We shut it down.
Okay. They said we're done after this point.
That's it. So my roots are in Charleston. We came back in 2009. My wife is from Pittsburgh, and she came back with me. We had our son here. Worked at the Charleston Daily Mail. Then when the Gazette and Daily Mail merged, was the sports editor there. And then spent my last 10 years in collegiate athletics, first at Marshall University and for the past 15 months at the Mountain East Conference. So I've been at the Division I, Division II level of college athletics. So very nonlinear journey here. But I'm back home, and I grew up running around Plaza East and going to Capital Market when it was still a recycling facility, So, I understand the history there and the tradition and the nostalgia that comes with it. And when I saw it, I went after it with gusto.
What was it that made it appealing to you?
Yeah, I mean we took my son there when he was a toddler, and I think convincing people that I'm not just a sports guy was a thing that I was at least concerned about. The hiring committee seemed less concerned about it as I went through, but I'm a music guy, I'm an arts guy, I love museums, I love food. My interests are varied, and, Capital Market for us was, a cornerstone of Charleston. It's where we took, out of town visitors. Yep. It's where we, it's what we wanted when we wanted to showcase Charleston, what we were about. That's where we went.
I was going to say, because whenever people come to Charleston, my experience has been, and my wife's company would say the same thing when they came to Charleston. They'd say, well, we have time in the evening. Where do we need to go? That was always number one. You got to go to Capital Market.
100%. So there's established brand there, and I have an appreciation for that nostalgia, the memories that people make, sorting through pictures. I can see my son with pumpkins. We went there and picked out our Christmas trees. When we lived in South Hills, in Charleston, it was always a big thing for me to have the hanging flowers, so my wife and I would go and pick out the flowers, and, we'd go inside the Capital Market. We were there for an event a few weeks ago, and my son wanted to go in and get, something from the sushi garden, it has everything, and it's everything that I want Charleston to be. And so to kind of be a caretaker of it, is a really big deal to me.
What is your vision for Capital Market?
Yeah, I mean, we want to grow. There's challenges there. There's built-in challenges as far as it being kind of landlocked on all four sides with parking lots or Smith Street. But we want to grow, find ways to grow, find ways to engage the community more. And create that next generation of people who care about the market. My son's 13 years old. So I want him to grow up and have children, and that's their destination on the weekends or the evenings or whatever. So I want it to be a really family friendly place, and place where everybody goes, like you're saying, and kind of be that gem of Charleston.
Can you hang out with me here 1 second?
Yep.
Because here's a shocker. We went a little bit long with Tony the Tailor.
That's fine.
Imagine that.
Tony's worth it.
No, he's not. All right, we'll take a break. I do want to let you know that the Dave Allen Show on 580 Live is brought to you in part by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. If you're injured, visit forthepeople.com. More with Chuck McGill, the new director of Capital Market, when we come back on the Voice of Charleston, WCHS.
The Dave Allen Show is presented in part by Generations Ford in Hurricane, part of the Eric J. Tarr family of businesses.
Fall is here, and the only thing that's falling faster than the leaves in West Virginia are the prices on Jeep Grand Cherokees at Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Hurricane. Right now, Gene and Ryan have over 50 Grand Cherokees in stock, and each one of them have been marked down. Walker has the largest selection of Grand Cherokees in the Kanawha Valley, and all of them need new homes. Check this out. Grand Cherokee Limited with third row seating, now Walker priced with up to $11,000 off MSRP. And you know you're going to get the best deal possible at Walker because Gene and Ryan built their business the old-fashioned way by making friends. There are no gimmicks or games at Walker, just honest, fair deals. So don't wait. Take advantage of these great savings before Old Man Winter settles into the Mountain State for good. Take that short 20-minute drive from Charleston or Huntington to Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, just off the Hurricane exit of I-64. Walker Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Making friends, one deal at a time.
College basketball fans, the holiday season tips off with a showdown in the Mountain State at the Holiday Hoop Fest. It's West Virginia versus Wake Forest, Saturday, December the 6th at the Charleston Coliseum. Get ready for a high-stakes battle filled with fierce defense, fast-paced action, and that big game energy only college hoops can bring. Tickets start at just $30 and are available now at Ticketmaster.com or the Charleston Coliseum box office. The Holiday Hoop Fest, West Virginia, Wake Forest, where the season heats up.
Welcome back to the show. It is 8 minutes away from 10. The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live, brought to you part by Bridge Valley Community and Technical College. Insurance agents are in demand in the state, all across the country, too. Bridge Valley can help you take that first step. Their licensure pre-sales licensure course prepares you to sit for the state-required property and casualty insurance licensure exam and to start your career in this ever-growing field. Check out bridgevalley.edu for details. Bridge Valley Community and Technical College. Your career starts here. Bigley, Piggly, Wiggly Hotline, 304-345-5858. Tony the Tailor text 304-935-5008. And I knew that Tony would be listening. We had a question about how many men's shops were there in a 200-mile radius. He says independent stores within a 200-mile radius, about 9. I was a little high on that. So there are about 9 or so within a 200-mile radius. Chuck McGill is here, the new director of Capital Markets. So we're getting into Thanksgiving and Christmas. Always a big time at the Capital Markets. Give us an idea of some things that are planned for holidays.
Sure, yeah. I'm coming in at the right time. The Burr months are
or the wrong time. No, how you want to look at it.
That's always my favorite time of the year. So I'm an October baby. So I'm a fall guy. I'm a winter guy. But we have the Feast of the Seven Fishes. My first day is Monday. And we have an event that night that's already sold out, Feast of the Seven Fishes. That's a huge deal. And then on the 10th is the Market Mingle, the Merry Market Mingle. So that's the next big thing. You can go on capitalmarket.net and get tickets still for that one. So those are our big events. And then, we're just getting the market all festive. I mean, there's been people painting windows and the Christmas trees are there and there's, lights everywhere. And of course, we're going to go judge Christmas trees after this, at Holly Jolly Brawley. So, we're involved with that. And it's just a really exciting time to, dive in with 2 feet.
And you talk about, and this is what Tony and I were talking about a little earlier, about Charleston really becoming a holiday Christmas destination. I mean, between Holly Jolly Brawley and the Light the Night and just everything else, the largest Christmas parade around, that'll be next week, and what's going on at Capital Market, and just so many things going on in Charleston at one time for Christmas.
Yeah, I got my market email set up, and the calendar, Candace, the director of marketing and communications at Capital Market, started adding things to my calendar. And I was like flipping through and I was like, okay, this event's that night. The parade's this night. The market mingles this night. It's loaded. And I think that speaks well of Charleston, that there's always something going on, and the synergy that the market has with downtown. And, there's trolleys going around taking you from place to place, and there's vendors and there's music and there's something to do every night, this weekend with the tree lighting ceremony. So I think it's really cool, the vibe and the momentum that Charleston has, especially around the holidays.
Talking to Chuck McGill again, who is the new director of Capital Market. I want to throw this in here, this little promotion that we're going to be doing starting next week. You can save up to 60% off. This is WV Bargains is what we call it. Save up to 60% off on items like certificates to Eddie's Tire and Service, pest control services from Spotlight Pest Control, gas fireplaces from Fireside and Patio, tent rentals from Quantum, 60% off car detailing services from Oak City Auto Spa, jewelry certificates from Pettit Jewelry, tax services from Penny Pincher, certificates to Dunbar Furniture, and more items all across the valley and across the state, really across state lines too, in our surrounding states where we have WVRC Media Properties. And again, it's going to kick off next Monday. It'll run through the 5th. WVBargains.com. WV Bargains is a WVRC Media promotion. All right, so we talked about some of the struggles of Capital Market, mainly not of your own doing, or the market's undoing, but just because you are kind of landlocked there. But on your wish list, and I'm not saying these are going to be promises from Chuck McGill, okay? Yeah. But on your wish list, what would you like to see?
I think I've been really encouraged. So I've been in Huntington for 9 years, but we've come back all the time because Charleston's my home. My mom and dad are here. My aunts and uncles are here. Cousins are here. And what I've seen from the downtown and how, a rising tide lifts all boats situation. So you get Fife Street and then you get Short Story, for example. I think having the area around the market also lifted up would benefit the market.
Yeah.
So I think that's a very long-term, ambitious goal. But with the ballpark there and the light the night and all that brings, and kind of the natural flow to the market, if the area around the market was also enhanced, I think that would benefit the market a lot with its proximity to the interstate and the interchanges there and the easy on and off. I would love to see that area kind of lifted up like the downtown's been lifted up, but that's a very long range. And stuff outside of my control.
Exactly, 100%.
Yeah.
But that's why we call it a wish list.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you're talking about being in Huntington. I think it's amazing what they have done with Pullman Square in Huntington, because I was a student at Marshall in the early 1990s, and we all remember the super block. It had been talked about going back to the 80s. They're going to build this big thing down, and it was just promise after promise broken. And then lo and behold, one day Pullman Square pops up, and it has totally revitalize that area.
Absolutely. And that's a great blueprint for us to follow. And I've watched that, I went to Huntington in 2016 and was able to watch that kind of evolve over the years. So that's in game, that would be my top goal.
All right. Well, Chuck, I appreciate you stopping by the show, and I know you're going to do great things over there. You got a great marketing director in Candace, but you also got a great board of directors over there. Big shout out to my man Stevie Keith and the folks over there. So we'll let you get out of here and let you go downtown and judge some Christmas trees, and we'll have you on a few more times between now and Christmas. And, of course, you're always welcome here throughout the year. Appreciate you, man.
All right. Thank you, Dave.
All right. Thanks a lot. We're going to transition over and talk to my man TJ Meadows coming up with Talk Line at the top. Hang out with me just once. Can you give me like 2 or 3 minutes, because I need to talk to you a little bit. Okay. But I'm going to turn your microphone off now. How's that? All right. TJ Meadows is here. What you got on Talk Line?
It's the after show, buddy. That's what you stick around for.
The after show. The after party show. Go ahead.
10:06. E. Gordon Gee joins us today. Dr. Gee penned another commentary that was in The Hill talking about college athletics. He's been talking more now that he's not a president.
100%.
Which I really enjoy. So we're going to get into that with Gordon, and we'll probably talk Thanksgiving and a host of other things as well with him. Bridget Lambert of the West Virginia Retailers Association on Black Friday joins us at 10:30. Hoppy's in at 11:06. He's got issues with what the CDC has done about vaccine warnings, courtesy of Robert Kennedy Jr. So we'll talk about that, and I'm sure other, there's nothing to talk about, Dave. There's nothing going on that Hoppy would want to opine about. My buddy Mike McKenna has a great piece out. He's a columnist for the Washington Times talking about Thanksgiving. We'll speak with him on that. I want to pick his brain on a few things. Trump, he was in the Trump administration during the first term. Mm-hmm. And so he's got that unique perspective as well. I want to talk a bit about tariffs. I want to talk about going after Comey. Okay. And several other things with Mike as well.
All right. Now, a programming note, there will be no local show of mine tomorrow and Friday. I'll be back on Monday, but Metro News Midday is coming up later today. We'll have a best of Metro News Midday tomorrow, and then a live show on Friday. No Amanda Barron on Friday for Metro News Midday. I will be here. Speedy Bevins, broadcasting legend, will be my guest
How
host.
Great is that?
Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool.
I might stick around and just listen to a little of that.
Well, come on in. Come on in, man. All right. We got to go. I'll see you later today on Metro News Midday. Until later. I had to think for a minute. Have fun and love somebody.